Hey, what's up guys, it's AndreOth here, bringing you guys another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I made an AJ Tracey type beat. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so the inspiration behind this beat was actually Plan B, which was the first song on AJ Tracey's newest album, self-entitled album. But yeah, I just heard the keys, which was the main melody on that song, and actually found some keys and I played a melody that actually reminded me of that song as well. So I kind of had that kind of AJ Tracey kind of vibe from this melody. So yeah, the melody I'm talking about was actually made with the Dulcimer Wash preset in Alchemy Logic. So I found that preset and I actually came up with this very nice kind of chord progression that I really liked. Like I said, it kind of reminded me of Plan B. But yeah, the preset just naturally sounded quite reverberated and not very distinctive, which is what I was going for. I think I actually added some exciter to it as well, just to bring out some of the higher frequencies. But yeah, the chord progression I came up with ended up sounding like this. And after I was really happy with the initial chord progression, I just wanted to add another sound on top of it, just to enhance the beat a little bit more. So I found these cyclical waves. I found that preset in Alchemy and I actually liked how it sounded. It's like this really wavy kind of, again, reverberated kind of bell kind of preset. I think it just went perfectly with the whole vibe of the beat. So yeah, I came up with this very simple melody that went really well, in my opinion, with the chord progression, and the melody just ended up sounding like this. And everything together should sound like this. So after, I just wanted to add a bit of bass, so I went and found the 70s classic synth bass, which is like one of my favorite basses to use in Logic. I found that in Alchemy and I came up with this very simple bass line that went perfectly with the chord progression and went perfectly with the other melody, and it ended up sounding like this. And when you had that paired with everything else, everything should sound like this. And then the last thing I added was like this vocal kind of vox kind of sound, but it's actually called the string vox in Alchemy, but it does kind of have like a vocal kind of vox kind of sound to it. But yeah, this was the last thing I wanted to add to this beat in terms of melodies. I really like the vocal kind of chops. Anytime I hear like a vocal synth, I always kind of get this UK kind of vibe, because a lot of big UK records do kind of have those vocal kind of vox sounds in them. So I wanted to add some vox to it, so I found this vox. I came up with this very simple melody that went perfectly with the rest of the melodies, and it just topped off the beat perfectly and ended up sounding like this. And then when you had that paired with the rest of the beat, the whole beat should sound like this. So after I was finished with all the melodies and stuff, I wanted to then move on to the drums, and as usual I always start my drums off with some snares. So I found these snares that was actually perfect for this beat. These snares kind of had like some sort of reverb on it as well, that just went perfect with the whole vibe of the beat. So I found a snare, I thought it was perfect, and I put in this very simple snare pattern. And then when you have everything played all together, the whole beat should come together like this. So after that, I wanted to add some hi-hats. So I found these traditional trap sounding hi-hats that was very sharp, very rattling, and it just sounded how I wanted it to sound. But I just put in this very simple hi-hat pattern that just added that bounce to the drums and just added the bounce to the whole beat in general. But yeah, the hi-hat pattern ended up sounding like this. And everything together should sound like this. So the next component of the drums were some open hats. So I found these open hats that kind of had that nice blunt kind of sound to it. It didn't really sound very bright like most open hats sounded, and it just went perfectly with the whole vibe of the beat. But anyways, I just played this very simple open hat pattern just to complement the rest of the drums. But yeah, it ended up sounding like this. And when you hit that paired with everything else, everything should sound like this. Then after that, I then added the kicks, which was the last component of the drums. So I found these kicks that were very heavy, very punchy, but I wanted there to be a little bit more drive in the kick, so I decided to equalize it. And I also decided to add some overdrive to it, which is what I normally do if I want the kicks to be more punchy. But I just added some overdrive to it just to give it even more punch, even more drive, and it ended up sounding how I wanted it to. So I just put in this very simple kick pattern that just added the bounce to the beat as well as the hi-hats. That just complemented the hi-hats and just added that kind of bounce to the beat as well. And yeah, it ended up sounding like this. And then when you had that played with the rest of the beat, the whole beat should sound like this. That was pretty much it. That was every single component that was to this beat, and that was the whole process that went into making this beat. The only thing I had to do after that was structure the beat, and that's exactly what I did. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did like the video though, please hit the like button down below and subscribe for more, because I have way more videos like this coming out every single week. And if you guys want to purchase any beats from me, including the beat using this video, you guys can go to AndreOth.BRYSON.com. And if you guys want, you can follow me on Twitter and you can follow me on Instagram for all the latest updates, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.